Hey, this is Paul Rosenberg at the Rogue Leadership Channel. Today, something's on my mind and I want to share it with you. We want to have a deeper look at connection and patience and reflection. So, all of us, I'm sure, have been in a situation where we haven't received information or we haven't received a phone call or we haven't gotten that email or response from somebody, either a client or somebody we're working with, that for some reason there's been a delay in communication. Could be a friend. And I want to focus on the fact that as human beings, if we don't have information, we usually fill in that blank with something negative. And it's something that we all really need to be aware of, especially as leaders, that the lack of communication or the lack of response doesn't mean anything because you don't know the situation. So I will give you an example of some really lousy thought processes I had. I was in touch with a colleague of mine who I was mentoring, or we had agreed to mentor, over in the Netherlands. She's an amazing person, and we had talked about me coming over, and she works with startups and entrepreneurs. So she said, "Hey, I'll fly you over. I want you to meet the team, and maybe we can generate some business together." She's very supportive of my work, and very supportive of her work. So we had this mutual kind of agreement and high energy for each other. And she fell off the face of the earth. And I didn't understand why. And I started thinking, well, maybe it's something I said, or maybe it's something I did, or maybe I wasn't clear enough, or maybe I was bothering her, or, my mind, is an amazing thing in the sense that it can be the most negative voice. That voice, we all have that voice. You know what I'm talking about. We all have that voice that goes, you should have, would have, could have. Anyway, that thing was going full bore. And about a couple of weeks ago, I was going through my Skype when my Skype got corrupted, and Skype messages, and I never look at it. And there was a message from her in July. And it said, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I was in a bad car wreck and I'm going through some serious stuff right now. And I'm so sorry for not communicating." And that was in July. So now I'm sure she is going through the same thing I went through, which is, geez, I reached out to Paul in July and he never got back to me. Well, the reason I never got back to her is because, of course, I never saw the Skype message. So I've reached out to her again, and we'll see where this leads. But again, a great example of what not to listen to. Understand that gaps in communication or gaps in information will usually go negative. And if we understand that and can be kind of on guard for it, we can have those thoughts. But my suggestion would be have the thought, put it in a bubble, and then let it go. In other words, honor it. Don't fight it. Honor it and go, okay, Paul, yeah, that's a negative thought. Not going to pay attention to that. See you later, and let it go. It's really important as we move forward as members of communities, as family members, and as leaders to do that. So that's the tip for today is please honor the voice in your head, but don't listen to it. That negative voice that says you did something wrong, or you can't, or you won't, or it's impossible, whatever that is. Find a way to move that out of the way and just breathe deeply and relax. Most of the time, things are going to be fine. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Make sure you leave your comments down below. Share your stories with us, and make sure you subscribe as well. Thanks again.